Manchester City's win in the UEFA Champions League knockout stage, the quarter-final round against Bayern Munich, well, 3-0, it's a massive win to be taking into the second leg. And of course, full credit should go to Manchester City for absolutely decimating a side who many people thought would be favourites to win the whole thing. But did you know that in the process of them actually getting this win, both Manchester City as a club as well as their main goal scorer Erling Haaland, who was on absolute fire in this particular match, scored one goal, provided an assist, generally speaking troubled the Bayern defenders like crazy. Well, both the club and player ended up notching up some rather interesting records, and we thought we'd take a look at it quickly, talk us through, give a little bit of context to how important or how massive these records are. And we'll first start with the record that Erling Haaland had broken. Now, I know that Haaland in recent times has made it an absolute habit when it comes to goal scoring records being broken, but this one really tops the lot, especially considering the fact that the season is not officially over, and Erling Haaland is now the first Premier League player in the history of the Premier League to have scored 45 goals across all competitions. That includes 27 goals, of course, which he scored, or 30 goals, I'm sorry, in the Premier League, as well as 15 goals in other competitions, including hat-tricks in the Champions League. This guy is on fire, he's a machine, and the reason you can see an asterisk here is because the season still isn't over, so he could very well be getting to 60 goals at this rate. He just is that good. He's that good at scoring goals. He himself has admitted that scoring goals is my superpower. He seems to be using that superpower to massive effect up until this point. And the people's whose record he's broken, by the way, it's very illustrious company, as you can see. Mohamed Salah in his debut season for Liverpool, where he had scored 34 goals or 33 goals, if I'm not wrong, in the Premier League, scored 44 goals across competitions. And his record was, this was a joint record that Salah held with Ruud van Nistelrooy, the Dutch striker who spent a few years at Manchester United, and he had gotten 44 goals in the 2002-03 season. That is the kind of company that Haaland is in. And again, as I said, this is a record that he will be making his own, because quite frankly, the season isn't done yet. But he wasn't the only one breaking records. His club were as well. How so? Well, they have been on a massive unbeaten run when it comes to their home games in the UEFA Champions League. In fact, it's a massive run that has been spawning now 25 matches. In the last 25 matches that Manchester City have played at home at the Etihad Stadium, they've won 23 of those, they've drawn 2. They haven't been beaten in 25 matches. That is a massive run, especially when you consider that in one season, one club can only play at home about 6 times. So they've been unbeaten at home for quite a few seasons now, and it really is reflective in the kind of superiority they've been putting together in, of course, the Champions League. They made it to the final in the 2020-21 season, look to be on course to make at least the semi-finals this season. And not just that, this is also the longest ever run by any Premier League side in the UEFA Champions League. No side has gone 25 matches unbeaten at home when it comes to UEFA Champions League games. City have done that, and as I said, they could also extend on this record, because again, they will have a home game in the semi-final, assuming they make it. So that could very well become 26 by the year. And considering just how much they're strengthening, this may not be the last record they'll break. It will take something really special to beat this City side. Everyone thought Bayern would be the favourites going in, but not only did City ended up beating them 3-0 in the first leg, they did so in record-breaking fashion. And at this point, it does look like City would be going in as favourites come the semis and potentially even the finals. Thank you guys so much for joining us in this particular video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget, like, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel and tap the bell icon if you haven't already. Leave us a comment, follow us on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. Don't forget to download the AajTak app, and if you're already on the channel, well, why not go ahead and check out some other videos that we've done. But for now, from my side, goodbye.